You know, honestly speaking, PL15 is really two updates in one, which would make you think, oh yeah, waiting 11 months for this update may have been worth it. We don't know that yet because we haven't seen the other half. The other half is basically the 333 new cars, basically the entire World Expo part. To me, this, and I think a lot of people can agree, the entire rarity change and all these little changes in RQ can be an update in itself, because some people might see World Expo as 333 new cars and that's it. I don't see it that way. I see it as 333 new cars from World Expo plus everything that you see over here. To me, a legendary Mazda Furai is a completely brand new car. And why am I not wrong? Because everyone's going to have it stock. You know, it's going to start off with a clean slate again. I mean, obviously you can't just immediately just upgrade it if you want. I think a lot of people are going to do that. I'm immediately maxing out my Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8, no question. Like my Evora is moving down and I'm going to put all the upgrades back into the Mitsubishi Lancer. Like that's getting maxed right away. Then my BMW is moving down. I have a couple of fuses into that as well. I would probably put the rest into my Alfa Romeo Pro car. I initially wanted to max out the Pro car, but I understand how important the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8 is going to be. That's going to be the first car I'm going to put everything into. But the Mazda Furai, I feel like a lot of people are going to jump on that. And the main reason why I don't want to jump on that is because everyone else is doing it. But then if everyone else is doing it, you kind of have to do it too to keep up with the competition. You know what I mean? The thing is, right, you have two options here, right? It's the Lancer, the Furai. But anyway, these two are completely new cars. And I think every other car that you see over here is completely new to me. So like I said, PL15 can be seen as two literal different updates, okay? I'm going to split PL15 into two parts, okay? I'm going to split it into the new PL15 cars and then the PL14 cars with PL15 changes. This is how I'm going to treat the update. This is how I'm going to treat upgrading the cars as well. As you know, I'm using all my tokens on basically these cars. I guess there are three parts, because then there are the Ultra Rares and all the other upgrade projects that existed before that isn't, you know, World Expo, and it isn't a PL15 car or a PL14 car, but PL15 change. So there are basically three avenues when it comes to upgrading, right? When you have fuse material, you have three ways to look at, right? You can either use the fuse material on an Ultra Rare that has existed for a very long time that didn't get a change, for example, like the Charger 3 perhaps, and then you can either use your fuse on that, or you can use your fuse on, you know, a PL14 Ultra Rare Epic that went down to Ultra Rare, you know, or you can use your fused material on World Expo. It's a lot. And the thing is, right, you can only use fused material on World Expo, but for the other two cards you can either use fused material or tokens. So since the option is there, the other two avenues I'm going to use tokens for, and then yeah, it's a lot to look at. But today I really want to see every single change. Yesterday's video I just focused on Ultra Rares and Super Rares because that's the first thing I'm going to focus on when PL15 comes. But now I want to look at all the different changes, really have a look at this and see what I'm most hyped for. So I think it's fair to say that the Mazda Furai is probably going to be one of the most hyped out cars out there. I mean, 3197 is absolutely ridiculous. It is ridiculous. 108 handling, right? Or at least 107 and 108 handling. 0 to 60 sub 3 seconds. You know, it would be like what? Maybe if ACR is 3.3 and it goes down to 2.8, then 3.1 should admittedly go down to about 2.6. 2.6107 is freaking crazy, right? The Mitsubishi Lancer as well, that needs no introduction. I already have this car. It's 2.897. The capos are finally going to where they need to be, so you know that's going to be pretty cool. The Banana as well, getting a massive handling increase, 3794. That's going to be insane. Superlight stays where it is, and to be fair, I'm really excited for these two, right? I mean, that's a given, right? The Lancer and the Furai, those two I'm very excited for. But with the Lancer now going legendary, I can't say that's the best car in the game in general anymore, because for those of you that may not know, I think that the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8 prize car is the best car in the game, as in like it kind of ticks all the marks where it's so versatile, yet it's so specialist, yet it's not the most expensive to upgrade, and it's, you know, it's there's a pretty high chance that almost any player can max it out, right? Intermediate and above. So that's why I think that the Mazda, not the Mazda, but the Mitsubishi is the best car in the game right now. But when it goes legendary, that's not gonna happen anymore, which is kind of sad. The AMG GLE 63S, I'm really excited for this one actually. It's getting a massive handling upgrade, which is huge because that's gonna be 86 handling, four-wheel drive, all surface tires. 86 handling is pretty impressive, to be fair, for 82 RQ. So I'm looking forward to that one, right? And then you have like the Audis that are finally going legendary. I think that the RS6 is going to get an MRA nerf, but then again, it's also getting a 0 to 60 buff. Also looking forward to nothing much else over here, I would say. These are just things that we already predicted, or I already predicted. I think everybody could predict these, right? The Mitsubishis and the Audis, and you know, so on and so forth. Now let's move on to the new epics. This is where I'm really excited, because we're raising the level for what it takes to be an RQ79, and we can see that over here, you know, we got the level for the Aston Martin Vantage, the 911 GT2. These are absolutely massive cars, and obviously the Audi that we saw earlier on from World Expo as well. What I don't agree with though is going to be the Gallardo and the Diablo VT. I think 79 is way too high for them, right? So like I mentioned yesterday, the changes are coming in two different groups, right? We're raising the standard for what it means to be a performance tire car. You know, it's harder to get higher, it's harder to get a higher RQ now if you're a performance tire car. You need to really stand out to have a higher RQ. But at the same time, when they've increased the standard for a performance tire or a slick tire rear wheel drive or a front wheel drive, they've lowered the standard for four-wheel drive. And they've lowered the standard especially for off-road tires and standard tires. That I can't agree with, because Hutch, you need to realize, you know, you're bringing up cars with already pretty bad reputations, and this really goes for the epics and the ultra rares. Like, you're bringing up what used to be ultra rares and epics, and you're bringing them up, right? And they already have pretty bad reputations. You're bringing them up to another rarity where it's even harder to upgrade them. That's going to make their reputation even worse. That's going to make the car even more undesirable. I'm really just talking about the Citroen Metropolis. Like, how the fuck is that car epic, man? It pisses me off. I'm actually gonna censor that. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm actually gonna censor that, but you can tell that I'm truly aggravated by that. And it's the same thing about these. Like, I know that the Breitling is moving down. I know that the Lamborghini Gallardo is moving down. I know that the Diablo VT is moving down, right? But like, even though it's moving down, I don't think it's moving down by enough. Like, look at the Gallardo Spider, 4.1, 85 handling. Let me repeat myself, 85 handling. You think that is worthy of being an RQ79? And I don't think it's getting an MRA buff as well. That is not worthy in my opinion. That being said though, I'm really looking forward to the epics, the rear wheel drive epics. So I'm really looking forward to anything Aston Martin, really. Like the V12, the Aston Martin Vanquish S, the Aston Martin Vantage, the Vanquish Zagato, like these four. Because right now I have every single Aston Martin in the game, every single Aston Martin epic in the game, but I am missing these four legendaries. Actually no, these three. I have the Zagato, so I'm genuinely looking forward to these cars. Like, I'm very excited. Like, I can tell you right now that the Vanquish Zagato, I'm definitely maxing that out. I know I only have four. I literally only have 4 epic tokens to my disposal, by the way, so I have to be very like cautious with what epics I choose to upgrade. And I can tell you right now, 2 of them you can see in the screen, because I'm immediately going to max the Vanquish Zagato, and I'm immediately going to max the Cadillac ATS-V. Those 2 are given. I'm definitely maxing those. Obviously, I have about 115 fuse material, 115 ultra rare fuse material lying around as well. So I know that I have the Lotus Exige Cup. I know that this is going to be moving down, so I know that I can probably max this out. I'm really looking forward to this one actually, because it's going to be 3691. That is actually really insane, because when you max a baby out, that's 78 RQ with 101 handling, over 100 handling, right? And this this isn't a car of slick tires. Usually when it comes to epics, if it has over 100 handling, it's probably because it has slick tires. No, this one is 101 handling. Incredible stuff. And it's not a KTM. Still has a high top speed, but obviously the MRA is going to be cut. And it's going to be 3.0, 0 to 60 as well. Very excited for the Exige Cup. So definitely like those three I want to max. I also have the M4 GTS, but I don't think I'm going to be maxing that one out. It is quite enticing. That's the thing though, right? That's the thing that we need to ask and tell ourselves. A lot of these epics are very enticing, and that's what happens when you raise the standard, because in a lot of players' heads, these cars are still legendary, right? So maxing them out feels like you're maxing a legendary, but you're not. These cars are epics now. The meta is changing. This is what it takes to be an RQ79 now, but you can't help it, right? Like when I max out the Vantage, I'm gonna feel like, wow, I just maxed out a legendary, although it isn't. It feels like it because we've been accustomed to know that the Vantage is a legendary for so long, especially since you've been playing, if you've been playing since Great Exhibition released, right? So it's the same thing when it comes to the Metropolis and the Ultra, you know, if you have to max it out, it doesn't feel like you're maxing out an epic. It feels like you're maxing out an ultra rare, and that really sucks. Now I have exceptions for like cars like the Legacy BW, for example, because when I maxed it as an ultra rare, it felt like I was already maxing an epic. It's the same thing with the 037. It's the same thing with the Colorado. So to see them as epics, that's where they're supposed to be. That makes sense. But things like the Metropolis doesn't make any sense to me. But like I said, I'm talking about cars that I'm really looking forward to. So any Aston Martin, the Furai, the Mitsubishi, the Cadillac ATS-V, without a doubt, I am so looking forward to that. Like, this used to be Blossom Choice, and it may still be Blossom Choice come the new update, because even if it moves on to an epic, it's still the best American medium. In fact, the fact that it's gonna be an epic makes it an even better American medium, because now a lot of people are gonna be able to max out. What I'm trying to say is that the ATS-V is gonna be, if it stays medium, it's gonna be an American medium ground clearance car with 98 handling. That is insane. But that's if it stays medium. I have to go check the corrections to see if that has been changed to low or not. Maybe it might have, and that would be very sad, but at least it's still a saloon, you know, even though like it's called ATS-V Coupe, like it's supposed to be I don't even know, but in the picture it's a saloon. But yeah, moving on now. 911 Turbo. Oh, I have that max too, don't I? That one is actually going to be stonks for me, because I maxed it as an epic and it went up to a legendary and is going back down to epic, but I'm gonna get legendary fuse tokens from that. That might piss some people off, but that actually is stonks on my end. So I can think of 2 legends. Oh, there you go then. I'll just max the Mitsubishi and the Pro Car, and then whatever I have left over I'll put in the Furai. Or maybe I'll max the Mitsubishi and the Furai, and then whatever I have left over I put in the Pro Car. But at the same time, I feel like everyone's gonna go for the Furai, and I kind of don't want to do that because everyone's going for that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I have a lot. Like, I also want to put some upgrades into my Koenigsegg Yes Go Absolute. So I'll have to think. But at least I know that I have about I have 2 max legends coming down, and then I have a 2-star legend coming down in the BMW 640i. I'm not looking forward to that car. Even if it goes epic, I'm not looking forward to that. I am looking forward in the DB11. So that's another one, right? 5 Aston Martins. I'm looking forward to every single Aston Martin coming down. I'm also really looking forward to the AMG GTS, to be fair. 3.7 88. That looks like a pretty decent car. It'll be it'll be the same stats to the BMW M3 CS, but with a higher top speed and about 86 MRA. That's where it stands right now. So I'm looking forward to this one. It'll be like 3.198 with over 200 miles per hour. Like, I'm really looking forward to what makes an RQ77. There's some really strong ones here, guys. Like the DB11 is really strong. I'm looking forward to all of these. At the same time, I'm looking forward to every single Lotus coming down. I know that they're getting MRA cuts, and I know I totally forgot about that fact when I thought about my predictions. But yeah, every single Lotus coming down, I'm looking forward to that, man, 100%, because yeah, you take away the MRA, but you're not taking away the fact that it's a lightweight car. You're not taking away the fact that it handles incredibly well. They're still going to be specialists. Like right now in PL14 and before, the Lotuses were seen as like dual specialists, right? They had the good MRA and they had the good handling, thing, and now they become epics, and they're still going to be seen as specialists. Just instead of dual specialists, it'll be a single specialist, you know? So really looking forward to that as well. I have the GT430. I mean, I really want this one. I really want to max it. And it's the same thing for the Mercedes SLS AMG GT. Maybe now I'll finally get a chance of getting an SLS. I love the SLS. I don't talk about it too much because I don't have one. I've never unpacked one, so I've never been able to show that joy on camera. But hopefully now we might have a chance of getting the SLS. Well, that's a lie. I have the SLS Roadster, but I haven't maxed that out because that has the least handling out of all the SLSs. 85 stock or something. No, 86. It's 86 because it's 95 maxed. Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. I've talked about that as well. That's going to be an M3 CS killer. I feel like it might actually be an M3 CS killer. If it has the MRA that it has right now, definitely an M3 CS killer. So that's going to change up the meta. That's going to be Blossom choice 100%. SLS AMG. Really looking forward to this. You know, I had a comment yesterday. Someone said that, wow, I shouldn't listen to you anymore because all of your predictions were like majority wrong. Bro, my predictions were not wrong in the majority. I actually got majority of the predictions correct. I mean, think about it. I predicted the Exige. I predicted the Merc. Okay, fair. I didn't predict the Lotuses and I didn't predict the Volvo, but I predicted the SLS, the Alpha, the AMG GT, the Gallardo, all the Aston Martins, the Spiker C8, the Mercedes-Benz SLR, the Porsche 911 Turbo. Give me some slack, man. The Lamborghini, I predicted. The Porsche GT2, okay, that was a given because we knew that already. The Diablo VT, I predicted. The Bentley, I predicted. The Huracan Spider, I predicted. Like, come on. But yeah, that's some pretty big stuff. Yeah, the Evora's coming down. I know that already. Looking forward to that still. The Cadillac CTSV is moving down. That's another legendary I got coming down. So I'm going to be losing a couple of legendaries here and there. I don't really care. I'm looking forward to all of those. I'm looking forward to every single one. To be fair, like, maybe I should have made this video like cars I'm not looking forward to. But I guess when we move down the rarities, there'll be more cars that I don't look forward to. Ultra is going to epics. I would say that the BW remains a very good car at RQ69. 86 handling, 4-wheel drive standard. I mean, we don't know what's coming yet in terms of 4-wheel drive and standard in PL15, but I can tell you right now that the Subaru Legacy still really good at 69. The Volkswagen Golf GTI TCR looks really good as well. 102 handling. Yeah, definitely a car that I need to think about maxing out because there's a lot of value that you can get from the Volkswagen. The Citadel moving out, I don't really agree with that. Cadillac moving up, don't really agree with that. In a perfect world, I was hoping for the Subaru to be around that 68, 67 range, and the Cadillac and the Citadel to be the 64s because they're 63 right now. I thought they'll just move up to 64, so I can't agree with that one. The Metropolis, you already know how I feel about this one. This one is just no. And the Colorado moving up to epic. Okay, yeah, I saw that coming, but honestly, if the Colorado's gonna move up, you should move the Range Rover down. The Range Rover with off-road tires, the Range Rover V8, I think it's called. I think that one needs to go down, but it doesn't seem like it is. Once again, it looks like they're lowering the standard for what makes an all-surface tire car. You know what I mean? The Subaru Outback, the Subaru Forester, the GMC Terrain, you know, all these cars at one point used to be RQ62, right? I'm talking mainly about the GMC Terrain, you know, the Subaru Forester was always a 64, but the GMC Terrain at one point was a 62, then it moved up to a 64. Now it's moving up to a 66. I don't know about that one, man. Like, I feel, no. Like I said, I disagree with what they're doing with the off-road tires. I disagree with what they're doing with the all-surface tires. It's going to make the GMC Terrain a lot more undesirable from now on. But I do agree what they're doing with the performance tires, so that's at least a good part. For some reason, Hutch can't seem to do 100% right? With every right, there has to be something that's wrong, or at least something that I and the majority of the people would disagree with. Caterer moving up to Epic makes sense. Especially with the handling buff, makes sense. That's fair. That's going to be a very good car. To be fair, the KTM 7270 is a car that I'll consider maxing out as well. Probably going to be one of the best 65s in the game. The Subaru Legacy, this one I already talked about. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to anybody. I remember just, I had a watch party for the stream, and they showed this as an example of an Epic going up, and everyone in the stream was just like, what the hell? Like, seriously, what the hell? Epics moving down, I am looking forward to 100%. Like, all these are getting max. Every single epic I have moving down, 100% getting max, okay? 100% getting max on the first day, okay? Charger, gonna get max. I got 2 of those, I believe, so I'm gonna max both of them. Donk is getting max as well. Finally, I've been holding that for a very long time. Looking forward to that. Honda NSXR, definitely getting max. The Rover, ha ha ha. That used to be an ultra rare. I maxed it out as an ultra rare, went up to epic, got a free max epic, and then it's moving back down to ultra rare, but I get to get the epic fuses, so that's actually pretty freaking nice if you ask me. That's getting maxed again. The Maybach 57S, you bet your ass, is getting maxed. AMG C63 getting maxed. Like, everything you see here, I'm looking forward to. Everything here, I'm looking forward to. I'm an ultra rare collector, okay? So everything here I want. So there are going to be a lot more ultra rares that I need to collect, like the Flying Spur, the Virage I already have, so that's going to be maxed, the Porsche 911 GT3, the Carrera S, the BMW M5, all of these cars, looking forward to getting. Definitely looking forward to getting. So really looking forward to getting any of these. The Lotus Elise Cup 250, one of the cars that I'm really looking forward to. One of the top cars I would say I'm looking forward to, right? 4.6 89. You max it out, it's a 99 handling ultra rare, the first of its kind. What a car that it's going to be, and it's light. The Roof RGT, you know, if it retains the amazing MRA that it has, then it will be a fantastic ultra rare, but I don't think it's going to retain that 105 MRA or whatever it has, you know. I think it's going to get cut. Yeah, just so many cars. I'll just say this right now. Every epic moving down to ultra rare, there were crappy epics before, but guess what? Now they're ultra rares that I want. Very enticing ultra rares. So that's, you know, that's a good thing. All right, that's a good thing. And that's why I think bringing the standard up is a better thing, because it makes people want more cars. Bringing the standard down will make people want less cars. So, you know, Hutch doing it to the standard tires, the off-road tires, the all-surface tires, small brain move, honestly. The Maserati! Ha! That's finally moving down. That's funny, actually. That might actually be a decent ultra that I don't have anymore. But do I regret fusing it as an epic? Absolutely not. Absolutely trash car as an epic. Peugeot 306 Maxi. Got 2 of those. Definitely maxing them when it comes down. I mean, I already have an epic one of those max. So that's, yeah. Anyway, any of these, I'm looking forward to. The Subaru BRZ 100%, man. I'm looking forward to that. It's just so many different changes. The AMG 6x6, I'm finally gonna max you out, baby. Finally gonna max you out. If for those of you that don't know, I've been keeping my 6x6, as crappy as it is, for thousands of days at this point. Over 1,000 days. I've had it for a long time because I just love the car, and finally I got to max it out. Probably won't use it that much, but I finally get to max it out. Levorg, I'm looking forward to. That's gonna shake up the 4-wheel drive center tire meta for sure. So that's gonna be a really good car. This we all saw yesterday, so I'm gonna skip all of that. We'll move down now. One other car that I'm really looking forward to is the Pontiac 20th anniversary 6.5 to 4.6 stock 0 to 60 with a handling increase as well. That's gonna be a really good looking car, man. That's gonna be like 3.885 for an IQ44, which is pretty insane. So that's gonna be huge. Where's my baby at? I'm gonna need to get used to seeing this one. Charger RT. Gonna get, and Nostalgia, right? These two are probably like staple Blossom choices, right? The i3S, another staple Blossom choice. Like, all these cars are moving up. To be fair, like, there are a lot of non-Blossom choice cars moving up as well, but the ones that are non-Blossom choice moving up are the standard tire cars, you know? And these are the ones where I disagree with. I don't think they should be moving up in the first place. Oh, besides the i3 and the Stagia, those two are OP as hell. And the Charger, obviously. Yeah, the Impreza, that's Blossom choice as well. The Volvo V40, I believe, is a Blossom choice. That one I need to double check on, but mainly I'm looking forward to the super rares moving down. So cars like the Alpine, cars like the Elan. Again, guys, every single super rare that's moving down and becomes a new rare, I can max out instantly, because I'm going to have so many rare tokens. And that's mainly because I have 32 Chargers moving up. So just with my Chargers alone, I can max out at least 32 super rares moving down with rare tokens. So I don't need to worry about this. All that's going to be maxed for sure. The Juke Nismo, I'm kind of looking forward to that as well. Massive downgrade. The Yuna's moving up. The Datsun Bluebird moving up. Yep, those make so much sense. The E208 is moving up because it's getting a handling buff, and the 0 to 60 is already very strong for an uncommon, so it should be a rare. That makes sense. The clarity is even better now. With that, I don't know if it still will have a 99 MRA, but you know, yeah, that's pretty cool. The Duster is moving up without any changes. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. This change, no sense. The Twizy is moving up, end of an era. Impreza is moving up as well. Wow, the BMW 635 CSI, I actually rate that. I actually think it's a pretty good rare. So for it to move down to 29, it wasn't Blossom Choices a rare. It's probably gonna be Blossom Choices an uncommon. And then yeah, this I don't care. Okay, yeah, I don't care about any of these. I really don't. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it, man. Like, I'm really looking forward. I would say that the main, if I could break it down to like a top 3, it's all gonna lie between the epics. It's gonna be all these Aston Martins. It's gonna be the Lotus. It's gonna be all the Astons and the Lotuses. It feels like a GE revamp almost. And the Cadillac, of course. Of course, it must be the Cadillac, right? So, looking forward to a lot of these cars. Looking forward to max a lot of these cars. The time of the Evo 4 has come to pass. That being said, you know, there's still a lot of Blossom Choices that are still ultra rare. So don't worry that we've lost the Evo 4. We've lost the Legacy BW. But hey, you know, we still got the Charger 3. We still got the Lotus 340R. But to say that they remain Blossom Choice, it's too early to say. We don't know what World Expo is going to provide. And we got some really good new Ultras coming to the game with all these epics coming down. Most of them being performance tires though, okay? But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This may be the last video you see before PL15 drops. So if that is the case, get ready, everyone. Get hyped. I'm hyped. I'm ready. And there's going to be a lot of work that we need to do. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we slow dance to the night. When